Greetings and welcome. I am Dr. Bruce Corries, Concordia University, a professor of economics, and today I want to introduce you to some economic concepts by sharing with you the story of the Rondo neighborhood in St. Paul. So behind me, you will see a picture of Concordia University, and beyond that was a very vibrant African-American neighborhood called Rondo. And so I'm going to share with you the story of Rondo and how in the story of Rondo, we can see the application of some economic concepts. So, as I mentioned to you, in the 60s, there was a very vibrant African-American neighborhood in this area called Rondo. Beautiful homes, active businesses, a very thriving community, and also the reality of that time that African-Americans could not buy homes or live in many parts of the city. And so Rondo was where this economic wealth and the economic renaissance of the African-American community occurred, and many people called Rondo home. And these pictures are from the Minnesota Historical Society's website. So local leaders decided to build a freeway, and they had two choices: go around the city of St. Paul or construct it right through the Rondo neighborhood. So this is where we can introduce you to some economic concepts such as cost-benefit analysis. Always when you make decisions, it's good to look at the costs and then what are the benefits, and are we coming up ahead or worse off as a result of that decision. So in the case of Rondo, the costs would have been, what are the financial resources that need to come to the table, the money to pay for construction, what are some of the capital resources like trucks and bulldozers and cranes, what are the human resources such as the architects, the engineers, the workers, and then what is the lost homes and businesses and neighborhoods that would happen as a result of the construction of this freeway. In return, the benefits was you had now a national system of freeways being connected here right in the capital city, connecting especially Minneapolis to St. Paul, people getting to their jobs and businesses faster, and new financial capital and other kinds of investments that would be spurred by this efficient system of transportation between the cities. But as I mentioned to you, there were trade-offs. So there was an opportunity cost of this decision, a huge opportunity cost. On one end, you had this benefit of the new freeway and all the economic opportunities it would bring to people. On the other, it would destroy the only vibrant African-American neighborhood where wealth was being built in these early days of St. Paul. So there was a trade-off and an opportunity cost of the decision. When you put that into numbers, the construction of the freeway, as documented by attorney Marvin Anderson and Reconnect Rondo people, group of leaders that are part of that project, the new freeway had an impact of the African-American community losing over 700 homes. I knew one person, she adopted me as a grandma when I came to St. Paul, Grandma Wilson, and she would tell me of how she lost a home and had to move twice to where she ultimately lived by St. Peter Claver Catholic Church. And that impacted me a lot when I heard her story and about life at that time and how Many of the opportunities were not available to her. She liked to be a musician and play the piano and had experiences around that. Also, there were about 300 businesses that were lost, and these were good businesses that were strong, well-building businesses, as Attorney Marvin Anderson shares often in his description of what happened. So there was an opportunity cost of building the freeway, the Rondo, that was borne a lot by the African-American neighborhood of Rondo, losing not only their homes and businesses, but community and family and neighborhoods and network. Some of these are not able to be quantified in an economic concept. And so today we have a group called Reconnect Rondo, and they have a very exciting idea about addressing the huge trade-off and loss in economic wealth and community that a freeway that went right through their neighborhood caused them. And their vision was, what if we put a lid over the freeway, like a bridge? And on that bridge, we'll have new land. And on that land, we can have parks, we can have businesses, we can have entertainment, we can have housing. And all of this will be owned by the community, because we will get the community to participate not only in the visioning, but also in the building and the wealth creation. Very exciting idea. And so their vision, as this would see in this graphic from them, would be how this new Rondo community would look like. So exciting ideas about Reconnect Rondo, reality about the costs of decisions, the opportunity costs of decisions, the trade-offs, and very often, as in the experience of this community, the African-American community in St. Paul, the costs of economic costs of our decisions often hurt people with the least amount of power and influence because of the realities that they live in. So, hope you got an insight as well as an introduction into to the Rondo neighborhood. Until next time, have a great Minnesota day.